Hello, my name is Merrick Pachito. The reason I'm making this video is to fulfill a requirement for my Foundations in Education class in the process of trying to obtain my Master's in Secondary Education through Grand Canyon University. Um, in this video, I just want to speak a little bit about the qualifications and the level of professionalism that I think each educator should have. And you know, educators are people who within a community are looked up to and who are closely monitored. You know, and I think with that being said, you know, we could look at educators in secondary education, whether that be middle school or high school, and these are educators who have up to 5-6 classes a day with 25, 30 different students in each class. You know, so just doing the math, we could see the amount of people that they're having an impact on. And after taking the self-assessment for the dispositions to teach, it kind of reiterated a lot of the stuff I already felt true, or a lot of the qualities that I feel that an educator should hold. You know, one thing in particular that stuck out to me in the survey was it asked how strongly you felt that each educator should take the time to try and get the most out of each student. And you know, I think that's something that is fundamental if you want to be an educator. You know, and while I'm not an educator myself yet, you know, as someone who's still trying to, pursue that, I think that's something that I'm really going to take into mind throughout this whole process. Just to speak a little bit about my own experience regarding this, you know, as a student in high school, I was a student who struggled a little bit with arithmetic and math in general, and I can remember feeling that I was being a little bit neglected in classrooms because you know, I wasn't getting the material, and you know, some more of the attention being thrown towards the students who maybe were getting it a little easier or having an easier time. And you know, I think that an educator should make it a priority to try to and make each student the best that they can. You know, because we're responsible for their success, you know, partially when they exit high school or when they exit middle school or whatever the next step is that is in their life. You know, as far as something that I think that I definitely need to work on as an educator, is a survey asked how strongly you felt that educators should dress in a professional manner and you know, act in a professional manner in and out of the classroom. And you know, that's something that, you know, I have to be honest with myself with, and really step up. You know, I'm someone who doesn't necessarily like to dress up too often. You know, yeah, I'd rather wear t-shirts and jeans and a collared shirt and some slacks. But you know, with that being said, you know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, teachers are people who are closely monitored, and I think your appearance, while some may think that it's kind of a small thing, you know, your appearance, I think is something that you know, maybe isn't as little as some people think. And that's just definitely something that I think I need to work on, is just dressing a little more professionally, dressing a little more, you know, for the job that you want, you know. So that's definitely one thing. Another thing that I thought was particularly interesting about the survey and important was it asked how strongly you felt that each educator should feel about, you know, the ethnic background or the sexuality or the gender of each student, and how sensitive you should be, you know, to those aspects of each individual. And you know, that is also something that I think that I'm going to have to really work on and really take into consideration before I you know, attempt to you know, educate anybody, is really just being sensitive of really who they are. And I think with that being said, once you're sensitive to the things like that, you know, you can maybe build a closer relationship with the student and begin to really break through as you know, as an educator, and really start to have them progress. Yeah, you know, there's definitely a lot of things that I think you know, we could all work on, you know, as educators, and it's not a thing that you know, you just figure it out and you're never gonna get better. You know, there's never anything else to learn. You know, I think education is something that you have to constantly be trying to improve your skills in as a teacher. You know, whether it be dressing professionally or, you know, or you're directly related to the curriculum. You know, it's something that we constantly have to be working towards to become better. You know, with that being said, I'd like to wrap up this video, and I'd like to thank everybody who took the time out of their day just to watch this, and it's greatly appreciated.